Thank you so much for clicking on my video. Welcome to my channel, Lovely Moments Creating. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some very simple and easy DIYs I created using those wood rings from the Dollar Tree. My name is Jenny, and on this channel, I create budget-friendly home decor that's easy to do. Consider joining the family by hitting that subscribe button and remembering that notification bell. So if you want to see what I created, keep watching. Jumping into the first DIY using 4 rows of this decorative rope from the Dollar Tree. I'm also going to be using, of course, those little wood rings. Now these are the smaller version that have 6 in the pack, and they have a little larger version that have 5 in the pack. So what I'm going to do first is take one row of my decorative rope, and I'm just going to take one of those wood rings out of the pack. Now I'm not going to use all 4 packs. I had them all out just in case. So now what I'm going to do is start hot gluing that rope around that little ring, and I'm going to actually wrap this entire rope around the ring. I just cut off the ends that had the little plastic, and now I'm tacking it down, and I'm just going to continue wrapping around this ring and around the previous row of rope just by adding hot glue to keep everything secured. And I'm trying to add the hot glue close to the one side so that I won't have all the glue showing at the top of my decor piece. So as you can see, I'm just adding hot glue and wrapping, and I'm just going to continue doing this until I have finished off that row of rope. I picked up so many packs of these little wood rings because I had so many different ideas, and I'm super excited to share with you some of the ones that I created to style in my home. So as you can see, that's how it's looking so far, and I'm just going to continue wrapping this until it's complete. Once I get that row complete, I'm just going to connect the second row, as you can see I did, by adding some hot glue, and now I'm going to continue wrapping this row. So on that one ring, I am adding 2 rows of the decorative rope from the Dollar Tree. Now if you had the bigger row that they sell at Hobby Lobby or Walgreens, that would be better to keep going, but I also have a lot of this decorative rope because I picked up some when they were still $1. So now that I have my 2 rows, what I'm going to do now is add these wood rings. So I'm going to finish adding the other 5 out of that first pack, and all I'm going to do is add some hot glue and attach it up against the rope. Then when I get to the second ring, I'm going to add some hot glue to the previous ring as well as to the second ring, and just make sure that everything is connected to each other and nice and secure. After I add these 5 rings that will make the first pack, which is 6, I am going to go in and add another pack, which will be another 6 wood rings. And now as you can see, I've opened my second pack, and I'm just repeating those steps, adding some glue to the previous ring and then adding some glue down to the ring. Now that is 2 packs, and now I'm going to go in with a 3rd pack, and I'm just going to complete those same steps. And so after I get that 3rd pack, I have room for 3 more rings out of that 4th pack. So what I'm doing is just adding some hot glue. These 3 don't fit as tight as the other ones, but you won't be able to tell when I have everything together, as you can see. So now what I'm doing is taking my 4th row of rope, and I'm going to start attaching that around these rings by adding some hot glue to each one of the rings and pressing the rope up against them. And I'm just going to continue wrapping this row of rope around until it is finished. And this is how it looked after I went around one time. And so now I'm going to continue adding hot glue and wrapping it around until this row of rope is finished. After I get this row of rope attached, then I will only have one row left because I had a total of 4 rows of the decorative rope. I am going to wrap that one around as well, and that will be it for this decor piece. Very simple and easy, but it is so cute. I absolutely love how this piece turned out. You can use this on your table, or it could actually be a wall decor piece as well, but I absolutely love how it turned out. And for this DIY, I'm going to use this two-tone jute cord and one of these wood rings. What I'm going to do first is pull off some of these, some strings of this two-tone jute cord. So all I'm doing is just pulling them together like this so that I can make sure that all my pieces are the same size. And so once I feel like I have enough, I'm just going to cut it off, and then I'll just clip the loops by adding the scissors through the loops so that I can have them separate. And then what I'm going to do is create a second bunch of these cords. I took one out so that I can make sure I do the second batch the same size. I just loop them through that loop, and then I'm going to take that piece of jute cord and wrap it around to secure them together. Now you can tie a knot, but I'm just going to add some hot glue to tack mine down and clip off the excess, and this is how it looks. So now I'm taking the second bunch of strings and I'm looping it through the other side. I'm going to make sure the two sides are even, and then I'm going to do the same thing by taking some jute cord and wrapping it around to keep the string together. Add some hot glue and clip off the excess. This DIY is really simple and easy, but I love how it turned out. So now that I have my piece, what I'm going to add this piece to is one of those vases from the Dollar Tree. I love this shape of vase. So what I'm going to do is just attach this piece to the vase by tacking it down across the top. I thought I was filming, so I'm going to show you how I did it by adding the bottom. But first, what I'm going to do is just add some hot glue to the piece so that I can tack down that. And then all I did was separate the pieces of jute cord and hot glued it down to the vase. I'm doing it this way because I don't want any knots. I want it to seem like it is seamless, and so I'm taking the hot glue to help blend the two ends together, and that will be it for this decor piece. Very simple, but it turned out very cute. Now for this DIY, I have a pack of those 2 different size larger wood rings from the Dollar Tree, and I am going to be using 2 packs of the smaller 6 packs and 1 of the larger ones and some of that two-tone color jute cord. So for the first larger ring, what I'm going to do is add 2 packs, which is a total of 12 of these smaller rings around the inside of this larger ring. All I'm doing is adding hot glue and attaching it right up against the ring, and then I'm adding some hot glue in between each ring to give me some extra security. And I'm going to do this all the way around the ring. Now it's 2 packs, which is a total of 12, and all 12 rings fit inside of this. I believe this is my favorite piece out of today's video. I think this turned out really cute. It is so simple, and with these projects you can always paint these, but I wanted to keep everything the natural color. So I'm going to add my last ring and then add a little extra hot glue, and this is how it looks so far. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the larger size ring and I'm going to measure how long I need my jute cord to be. So I'm just placing it in the center to see how long I need the cord. And there's 12 rings inside, so I'm just measuring out 12 pieces of jute cord, and I am just going to cut the loops. I do it this way and then I just cut the loops. Now I cut them twice the size because they will be folded in half, and I wanted to make sure that they were long enough. So all I'm doing is taking one and tying a simple knot on one end. I'm going to take another jute cord and tie a simple knot on the other end. I'm going to add the 2 jute cords to the sides first so that I can keep it in place. As you can see, all I'm going to do is loop the 2 pieces of jute cord through one of the rings. I'm going to do the other side just like this, and then I'm just going to hot glue it. I'm flipping it over to the ring in the middle, and I'm just going to add some hot glue, tack it down, and then after I get I'm doing the second one, after I get the jute cord tacked down with the hot glue, then I'm going to go in with the scissors and cut off any hanging jute cord. Now that I have attached it and I have the center, now I can go in and start adding the other pieces. So as you can see, I'm tying a basic knot. I'm going to loop it through the little hole, tack that down with some hot glue, and cut off the excess cord. I am going to complete that step with each one of the rings. I had a total of 12 pieces of the jute cord. I'm going to loop it through, tie a knot, take the 2 pieces, go through the loop, flip it over, and tack it down in the back with some hot glue. I thought this piece was really cute. I think these pieces will look cute if you painted them the color that fits your decor. I think these would be cute, all different kind of colors, but I just wanted to keep everything the natural color. So as you can see, all I'm doing once again is just stringing it through, tying a knot, taking the 2 pieces and flipping it over and tacking it down in the back. And so now I'm on my last ring, tying the knot, and I'm going to string it through and tack it down in the back, and that will be it for this. Now after I tack that down and cut off the excess, I am going to take that smaller ring that came in this 2-pack, and I am going to hot glue that to the bottom piece. That is what's going to give this piece like a riser effect. So all I'm going to do is add some hot glue to the in between the rings, so won't any hot glue show on the top part, and then I'm just going to place it right down, make sure it's centered, and then that will be it for this piece. I think this is a really cute table piece. It can also be a wall decor piece as well. So I just have it styled right now on the table, but you can also add a tea light, a tea candle in the middle, or it's secure enough to add a candle actually right on top, which I will show you guys in the next clip. As you can see, I add a candle. I think this is really cute. Now for this DIY, I have 2 of these cork sheets from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to be using 2.5 pack of these wood rings. Now what I'm going to do, these are the peel adhesive with the sticky backs. I'm going to put them together by the sticky side just to make a thicker portion of cork, and once I get that tightly pressed down, I am going to now take 9 of these wood rings. I took 3 out of a second pack, and I did say I was using pack and a half. I'm actually going to use 3 packs. So what I'm going to do is, as you can see, I hot glued that first ring all the way down to the end, and then I'm going to add 3 rows of 3. And so now what I'm going to do is go right next to the first one again and add a ring, and I'm going to continue adding these with some hot glue, making sure that I have them placed really close together. And after I get the last one attached, what I'm going to do is on the other side, I am going to hot glue down my other 9. Now that I have 2 sets, I am going to now take my scissors to cut out the squares, because I am creating 2 really cute coasters. I thought these cork sheets was perfect for the base. I attached 2 of them together because I thought that was great with giving it that nice sturdiness of the coasters. Because these are coasters, once I get them cut out, I am going to use my Waverly sealer to go over these to protect them. But if you have Mod Podge, you can use Mod Podge as well. So I'm just going to go over them once and then let it dry, and then I'm going to go over them again with a second coat to make sure everything is protected. And after that, that is it. Very simple way to create some really cute coasters. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed today's video just as much as I did. If so, please remember to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already done so, subscribe to my channel because I would love to have you here. As always, in the comment section below, let me know which one of these were your favorite. Also in the comment section below, let me know if you have found these wood rings at your Dollar Tree as well. Until next time, my friends. Stay safe so that I can see you in the next video.